Good day, my people. I'm here today because of what is happening in the country that concerns every one of us. As a Nigerians, I want to ask you a particular question. Did you know that subsidy are still paying in the country despite the issue, what Nigerians are passing through? If you are not aware that the fuel subsidy, they are still paying for that. But because of that, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on May 29, yes, May 29, 2023, he said fuel subsidy is gone. That is why some, how will I call it? Those who are selling fuel, the PMS, why they said, okay, this is what they will be selling their fuel. And look at it presently now. What we are buying a liters of petrol at the rate of 1,000 plus. Some area 1,1, some area 1,2. Now, because of the fuel subsidy removal, now the CEO of Alinko Dangote group of company now say, okay, federal government has to stop paying for the fuel subsidy. Did you believe that? Can you imagine that we are still paying for subsidy that our president have pronounced publicly that fuel subsidy is gone? If you don't believe that we are still paying for fuel subsidy, I want you to watch this video so that you will know that what I'm telling you is real. Watch this video, you will know that we are still paying for subsidy. Fuel subsidy. Other subsidy, I'm not concerned, but the fuel subsidy, in case you don't know, we are still paying for it. Watch this video, you will discover what I'm telling you.
If NNPCs, that is Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, if their refineries, if they start to work, then Nigeria will be one of the biggest exporters of petroleum products in Africa. You know, in Africa, only 2 countries are self-sufficient, which is Algeria and Libya, but all other countries are importers of petroleum products. This our refinery will bring quite a lot of issues up there. You know, it will show the real consumption of Nigeria because, you know, nobody can tell you. Some people say 60 million liters of gasoline per day. Some say no, it's less. But right now, if you look at it, by us producing, okay, everything can be counted. Subsidy is a very sensitive issue. If, you know, I believe the problem is not only the subsidy, it is problem that, you know, once you are subsidizing something, then people will be blotting the numbers and government will end up paying what they are not supposed to be paying.
Do you think it's the right time to get rid of the subsidies? I
think it is, you know, because all countries have actually gotten rid of subsidies. So it is not sustainable. You know, the amount of subsidies that were paid, government cannot afford those subsidies.
Here has maintained his stance. It's just that constant flip-flop, whether or not we're paying petrol, there's still fuel subsidy or not. I know you discussed this earlier, but I'd like to also take a comment, which, you know, the president has also maintained that there is no fuel subsidy, right? Only on Monday, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was represented by the head of service of the Federation at the 2024 Annual National Management Conference of the Nigerian Institute of Management on Monday, said that despite the pains occasioned by the removal of fuel subsidy and other economic reforms introduced by his administration, Nigerians will soon start reaping the benefits of the sacrifices. Promises, promises, promises. The question is, we are still paying subsidy.
Political economics. Where do we go with this conversation? Yes. We start from the beginning. Democracy is similar to English, is a concept that came on a boat. Now, when that concept came on a boat from those who brought it to us, there are some foundational issues that were not addressed. So we're now trying to transplant a system that...
We are democracy in older empire.
in its modern state. In its modern state. So we're now trying to transplant a system that was created after industrialization, economic empowerment. Several processes happened before many of the states internationally were able to fully consummate and appreciate the meaning of this concept of democracy. You cannot expect a person on an empty stomach to vote using wisdom or using sensibility. Let's look at some of the literacy rates around. We're wanting people to engage in meaningful debate about policies and issues. The candidates themselves are not engaging in debate about policies and issues.
Point.
So at the end of the day, there's conversation about, with the candidate of the APC, there was a narrative about his, his ability to communicate in the English language and so forth. And you ask yourself, well, maybe the people who are ready to accept whatever he's offering, whether it be in the allegation of vote buying or whether it be in the sense of how he communicates, maybe they're quite happy with what they have. What it all comes down to the fact that we haven't built the welfare state. The welfare state is the part of economics and politics and governance that looks after the people, that looks after subsidies in healthcare, subsidies in petroleum, subsidies in education, subsidies. So until we've gotten all of that right, we can't rush and frog leap to the free market economy and suddenly say that everything should be competitive when we haven't raised our people up to a certain standard where they will be able to function in such a society.
Well said, our favorite Niger wife. I'm just going to take from your cue there. We have not raised the people in our society to that standard. Only today, yesterday, someone sent me this video of the deputy governor of Ebonyi State, Patricia Obilia, captured in a now viral video sharing 1,000 naira notes to commercial motorcyclists and physically challenged persons. What is the meaning of this, Dr. Abati, really?
Well, this is the problem with when you run a palliatives economy, when you run a handout economy, and then you fall short. What Nigerians need at both the national level and the subnational level is for this economy to become productive and put people to work. Not for people to be given rice, to be given millet, to be given 1,000 naira. It won't take them far. To have a decent meal, I'm told you will need to spend at least 1,500. By the end of the day, you will need about 5,000 naira. 1,000 naira, doling it out to how many people? Out of what population? So it's a handout economy. And we see people reproducing this. We need to pivot away from that. President Tinubu, like Kestama, says we must go through pain before we begin to enjoy. But when are we going to start enjoying? This is a challenge.
He said soon. I thought that was not a very good video to see.
The popular novel, Les Miserables, is apt for what is happening in Nigeria.
Unfortunate.
Les Miserables.
Unfortunate.
Exactly what is going on in Les Miserables.
I believe you've watched that video. Okay, you are surprising. Okay. The same way you look at it, that's the same way I personally look at it. I want you to share this video for your loved one to know that, okay, we are still paying for fuel subsidy in Nigeria. Share this video to your loved one and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Afrikedge TV. Thank you so much. See you next time.